Hello, my beautiful souls. This is your Twin Flame Soulmate weekly reading. Welcome if you're new. Thank you to all who support this channel in any way. I really appreciate it. So there's a lot of messages, guys, coming in. First things first is I'm going to talk about the energies, okay? So there's a wave coming in on March 5th, okay, which is going to shift okay, what I'm getting is that it's going to shake up the ending of karmic cycles, okay? So this is not to scare anyone, but certain things are divinely orchestrated to shift things around, okay? So the first thing that I wanted to tell you, some of you will already be experiencing these symptoms. It's like itching, skin itching, body aches, fatigue, itchy ears, heart palpitations, and some will experience like lower back pain due to kidneys. Like your kidneys might have pain. These are all associated with chakras. So the kidneys are because you need to release something that you haven't been releasing. You're holding on to something or someone, or the anger and the pain or whatever it is associated. So that needs to be released. The chest has to do with you feeling divine masculine's pain, okay, when it comes to the heart, and because the divine masculine is going through shifting of the heart chakra. So there's going to be heart chakra activations, and this is because the masculine at this time is going through a battle between the ego and the heart, okay? And I wanted to go in also to a few messages I've been getting. So for the feminines or whoever's watching, there's this idea of, you know, I know that we all, like most of us, whoever's online, the readers, the channels, whatnot, always say like for people to heal, focus on their healing and so forth. And people are just sick of hearing, okay, like, oh, I am healing, I have done this, I have done that, and it's still not working. I want to let you all know that everything takes time. Everything is a process. And you could be doing things that are not in alignment with your soul path, okay? So there's certain people that, I mean, I'm just going to give you an example. Like, let's say, you know, maybe the Reiki you've been doing for the past, 6 months is not working out for you. So switch it up, okay? There's no one-stop shop for you to, get healed and that's it, okay? We are constantly healing. We are constantly shifting and evolving. So it's not one thing. I just want to mention that to everyone. And I know that a lot of us lose patience because we're thinking, oh my God, I do this and I do that. Why isn't it working? Why am I not seeing anything unfold? So and I want to really emphasize that, because some people, when I do my coaching and stuff like that, when I've done readings and coaching for some of you, there's specific things that your guides tell me for you to do, okay, for you to practice certain spiritual practices. So one thing that works for one person might not work for you. So it's like they tell me what's tailor-made for you is what I want to say, because they know your soul. They've been working with you for a lifetime. So of course they're going to know how it's, you know, what's best for you. And it could be something very simple that you didn't even think of, like all this time. Or it could be something you're passionate about in the past, but you've never practiced. So I just want to let you all know that I know that this journey is not easy. I know some of you are, you know, say you're working really hard and whatnot. I totally have empathy for you, okay? It's just that some things are just meant for you to experience, for you to, you know, get you on your soul path, okay? Regardless of what you're practicing or what you're not practicing, okay? So just want to put that out there. The other thing is there's this inner conflict, my lovely feminines, that is going on. It's conflicts when it comes to what you should do, to this journey. Should you let go? Should you stay? This takes a lot of strength, but it's beyond that. So it's beyond about you staying or leaving. This has to do with you having the courage, okay, to open up the portal, okay? Open up the portal to the divine. So for you to step into your power, okay? For you to speak your truth. And this is coming up really strong, okay? This was the main thing that I got. So you know how I was talking about the shakeup that's coming with this wave. And this is not meant to scare anyone. I just want to let you know. The masculine is going through a really rough time right now. The masculines, I should say. This is about the closing of the karmic cycles. This, again, the storm card. This is tower. This is things that come shake up things. So I feel with this wave, if you already haven't, you will, the masculine is going through this, okay? Is going through this. There's going to be a shake-up, okay? And this is divinely orchestrated. Like I said, it's here. The wave is here to shift things up, shake things up, because it's like, it's time. I mean, this is, some of your masculines are still stuck in ego-based consciousness, like, and some of you might feel, okay, some of you might feel, if you're in community, this is for people who are in some type of communication with the masculines. So if you feel like, okay, you're communicating and you're making some kind of, you know, segue when it comes to your connections, like, okay, we made this communication, things are looking better, like I forgave them, and this seems like to be going okay. Yeah, it's not like before, but it's still like you feel like it's moving forward in a sense because you are in communication with them somewhat. I just want to tell you that for some of you, there's going to be an emotional trigger, and it's because the masculines are, I feel like this wave that they're trying to explain it to me. I'm going to explain it to you as clearly as possible. So it's like, for a group of you, it's like the last battle of the ego, okay? So therefore, the ego has to release whatever has to release. So if you're in communication with them, any type of communication, it's like I'm getting like an emotional outburst, but really it's an ego outburst, okay? So it's because of them having fears. It's because of them feeling overwhelmed. For some, it's because you hurt them, okay? And I don't want you to judge yourself about this, okay? Because we're when it comes to love, we hurt each other, okay? We're not, it's, you know, the idea of love is not, you know, rainbows and butterflies 24/7, okay? And also, when it comes to life, it's not about being happy 24/7. We're not here on earth to be happy 24/7, and I want you all to accept that, because the sooner you accept that, the sooner you will appreciate what's going on around you and see what is actually all the magic, all the beauty unfolding in your life, okay? We're here to be content. We're not here to be happy 24/7. If you wake up, and some of you are so hard on yourselves, like you wake up and you're having a shitty day. You wake up shitty and probably like, did I have a dream? What happened when I was sleeping? Why do I feel shitty? Why do I feel moody? You could have had a dream. You could have been in another dimension. You could have gotten messages that you forgot, and that's why you don't feel good. Don't be so hard on yourself. You don't have to be love and light every minute of the day, okay? We're all here. We're going to have our hard days. We're going to have, you know, bad days, whatever. It's going to happen. So don't judge yourself for that. Don't judge yourself when you are moody. Don't judge yourself when you want to just give up, you know, on this journey or whatnot, okay? It's not easy, and I know. So that's the message that they're giving you when it comes to that. But this has to do with, you know, this is just preparing you, because the masculine is going to have some type of ego outburst. And if you're in communication with them, they're going to take it out on you, okay? They're going to take it out on you because you hurt them. They're going to take it out on you because they fear this overwhelming connection for them. They are overwhelmed by it. Okay, they know it's so strong. They know that they have a lot of love for you, and they're annoyed that they have love for you, is what I'm getting for some of you, because they don't want to face it. They don't want to feel vulnerable. Okay, and that's when the heart comes in. Okay, that is when the heart comes in, because when your heart chakra is open, it's open to all that love. It's open to being vulnerable. It's open to all that. It's open to not judging each other, accepting love, okay? Receiving it. When your heart chakra is not open, you don't receive love. When people tell you things, and I know some of you have gone through this, feminines, when you've told your masculines certain things that you think is like you're being guided to tell them for their own good, and it's like they take it in the wrong way. They either close up or they get guarded. They shut out. They shut off. Okay, they go back into their cocoon. You know, that kind of. They go into hermit mode. They don't. They're like, okay, I'm out. Peace. You know, like this is what it's about. And so the reason why I'm telling you about this thing, and my guides are also saying this is not to scare you, this is to prepare you, okay? They are going to have some sort of ego outburst, okay? And that has to do with the wave that we're getting, the shift. If you haven't already experienced this past week, some of you will. I know there's a lot of different waves of twin flames, but you might. So I'm preparing you. And this has to do with you speaking your truth, okay? You need to express how you feel to the masculine, okay? And this is because with this shift, it's like the ego outburst. How should I explain this? Okay, due to the fact that the heart chakra is closed for divine masculine, okay, they do not receive the advice, the love, the care you give to them 100%. Yes, some might receive it, but they're not open to taking it in and absorbing that love fully because they have blockages in their heart chakra. Therefore, when you've said things in the past, and some of you, okay, have been walking around eggshells when it comes to masculine because you're scared. You're scared if you say something, they might, you know, leave you. You're scared they might block you. You're scared that it will screw up things between you two. This could be different scenarios. Some of you did not get an apology for masculine. Some of you did not tell them or call them out on their bullshit, you know, treating you bad, saying mean things to you. You didn't call them out on it. So now it's like you got to step up, feminine. You have to express your truth, okay? And I'm not telling you to go on a stampede of like telling them off and calling them names. Not anything like that. But you need to speak your truth. You need to tell them how much you were hurting. What they did hurt you. What they did made you feel insecure. What they did made you, whatever it is, you need to speak your truth, okay? It's time. It's time now because you are really, what they're telling me is you're really doing them a favor because they're closing out a karmic cycle, okay? And they need to know that the life they're living now, and most of them are living shitty lives is what I want to say. When I say shitty, I mean they're having financial issues, they're having issues at home, they're having emotional issues, some are depressed, in depression, anxiety, just like a mess, like chaos. It's like chaos. Some of them, it's like it's going on external and inside, like chaos is what I want to say. That's why they're so confused. That's why some of them are so hot and cold with you because they don't know what the heck to do. And of course, if they're an ego, it's like their ego is not helping them whatsoever. Okay. Some of them are having dark nights of the soul. They're in chaos with everything, not only you, with people around them. Family, coworkers, friends. It's like because they need to shift this. They need to move out of this. They need to close out these karmic cycles. And the karma is not going to balance until they own up. They own up to the heart that they broke. Okay? To the people they inflicted pain on. Okay, karma needs to balance out. And the way this is, like the scenario they're giving me is that when the masculine has their emotional outburst, whichever way it is, to those who communicate with you, sorry, I'm getting so much information, to those who communicate with you, when they get their emotional outburst, this is your time to speak up, feminines. Speak your truth. Where did I put that? Yeah, this is for you to speak your truth. Stop walking around eggshells, okay? And I know some of you are scared because you think that the masculine is going to leave for good. But they need to know. They need to know and own up to their bullshit, okay? It's simple as that. We all make choices in life, and we have to own up to when we hurt people, okay? And it doesn't matter if we didn't intend to or not. So I don't know if you have experienced sometimes as people say, like, you never intended to hurt someone, for example, and they said, you know, you hurt my feelings when you said that, or when you did this, it hurt me. And even though you know that your intentions were pure, or you didn't have any ill intention towards hurting that person, you still apologize to them. And you say, I'm sorry that I made you feel this way. I did not mean to do that, okay? There's that. I mean, guys, like, this is a part of life. So we can't just hide and walk around eggshells when it comes to the masculine, because we know, yeah, they are going through a lot of things. Yeah, we do have empathy for them. We do. We know how hard it is, because I'm sure some of us have gone through, you know, crazy things in life. We've gone through so many downs, so many low vibrations. We've gone through so many people who have hurt us in life. We've gone through trauma, abuse, neglect, whatnot. We've gone through all these things, okay? So we're not less because the masculine is going through closing out this karmic cycle. We need to be strong. We need to be strong, okay? Have the courage to go through this. And this is how you tame the ego, okay? This is how you tame your own ego and the ego of the masculine. So when you have that outburst that I'm talking about, do not mirror the masculine's ego, because they might say mean things to you. They might say something mean to you. It might get ugly, okay, feminine? So don't reply back with your own ego. Speak your truth. That's what it's about. Your truth. How you feel. Because the masculine is living their karma now because of them hurting you, okay? Not to say you haven't hurt them, okay, feminine. I don't want to say that, because some of us have hurt masculine. You might not think you did, okay? Just like how I said earlier, when it comes to hurting people, sometimes you don't have the intention to hurt them. You could have done something small that you think small. It's your perception, right? But the masculine takes it as pain. And this is why this is a reason also, because what's coming up for the masculine now is losses. Okay, so they're going through like their book of losses in their life, disappointments. So you might be on that list, okay, feminine? And that's fine, because, you know, sometimes we hurt people we don't intend to hurt in whatever way, shape, or form. Okay, so that might come up and they might just try to like attack you, like, you know, say something to attack you is what I'm getting. And it's all good, okay? All is well. It's supposed to happen, okay? So if this happens to you, please keep that in mind. It's for you to speak your truth, okay? It's for you to not deceive yourself, okay? Because for some of you who have been walking around eggshells, not saying the truth, or this is coming up also, for those of you who the masculine you're connecting with is having had issues with committing to you, like being in a relationship, they were in and out of your life, or they entertained other people. This has to do with you expressing that, like, hey, this can't be done. This is not what I want. Like, I want fidelity. I want loyalty. Okay, and you need to give that to me, because it's not going to fly by me. I mean, this doesn't fly by like you entertaining other people, you know. I want a commitment where we're loyal to one another. I want, you know, that partnership, that we're best friends, all that, okay? So you need to speak your truth so they can own up to that. They need to know. And some of you will say, oh, they know. I don't need to tell them. No, they don't know. So because the masculine has been an ego for such a long time, for some of you who it depends on how long you've been with them, They do not perceive things the way you do, feminine. I just want to let you know that. If you don't speak up, it's like, how should I even say this? Oh, okay. It's like this. I don't know if you've any of you have been in a recording studio, okay? Like a music recording studio. And when you have headphones on, and if somebody talks to you, and you know, you're listening to music or whatever, you don't understand what they're saying, right? You could be seeing their mouth move, you could be hearing some kind of noise, but it's not coming through. And that's how the divine masculine has been, because he or she has been an ego, okay? So when you're an ego, you do not get, like, code language is what I want to say. And some of us feminines talk in code language, in analogies, okay? The masculine will not understand this. Some of them are not, you know, philosophical, or I don't want to say their brain capacity won't understand. When you're operating from the ego, okay, let's just say things get lost in translation is what I want to say, okay? Things get lost in translation. That's the best way. So that's what has happened in the past with masculine, not understanding. Yep. Yep. Tower moments. Tower moments. Masculine is in tower moments. I shouldn't say moments. Tower happenings. Things that are kind of come and shift, and I feel like really it's because of this wave that we're getting, okay? And it's like they realize the love that they have, okay? They realize the love that they have for you, these deep feelings, these emotions that they're carrying, but it's like they're doing inventory of their whole life in a nutshell, like their whole past, their past that has to do with relationships, that has to do with you, that has to do with every relationship they've had, their shortcomings, their blocks, why things don't work out for them, wishes not coming true. Okay, that's what they're looking at. They're disappointed. So it's like they're taking inventory right now, and they realize that some of them realize that they were so harsh with you. The things they said to you, the way they behaved, they were so harsh. Like, very cutting. And they think that that's why they don't have hope. Okay, I got this in the reverse. They don't have hope because of the way they communicated with you in the past. And for some of you, the masculine really said some mean things to you, okay, that hurt you. And they know that. They know that, like, why would feminine take me back after all the things I said to him or her? And to those who entertained other people, it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be, what is it called? It doesn't have to be like romantically. It could be people who got in the way of your connection. They're realizing that now. How things screwed up because of that. Because, yeah. Yeah, this is about really closing out karmic cycles to balance everything out, is what I'm getting. And whatever's unfolding has to happen because it has to come and shake things up. The Tower has to happen, guys. So, and this has to do with them and you not fully being in your power as creator, okay? Creating. And the only way it's going to happen, the way it's going to happen is that it's for both of you to fully leave the past in the past and start and move away from the past is what I'm getting. All the past pain, the fights, the actions, everything. It's like to move away from this energy. And for some of you who are not with the masculine or not, seeing the masculine, I should say, they're watching you online. Some of them are so deep in their feelings that they don't like to be deep in their feelings, and what's happening is that they are having emotional outbursts is what I'm getting. It's like they're attacking people around them, not physically, but verbally. They don't want to feel like this. They don't want to feel vulnerable. But this is all a part of this journey. It's all about closing out this karmic cycle. They need to really dive into how they feel, their emotions. And this is the heart space because it's the cup. This is not the ego. And it's like they've been really avoiding doing this. For some, they've been drinking to block their emotions, which is actually making it worse because they're getting depressed. Because alcohol is a depressant. And I'm not talking about, occasional drinking. I'm not talking about that. I mean, you're fine if you drink occasionally. It's not going to depress you, but if you make it a habit or you do it frequently, it will depress you. You will go into depression. For some, it's anxiety. And the other thing I'm getting for some is smoking weed, marijuana. That also causes depression and anxiety. Okay, and some of you might disagree and tell me, no, it doesn't. It makes you feel more relaxed. Well, the latent effects on smoking marijuana frequently is depression and anxiety. Okay? I know some of you didn't like that, but it's the truth. I'm sorry. Yeah, and the masculine at the same time, some of them are really depressed because of they don't feel stable. Has to do with finances. They don't feel stable. Okay, some of them are going through losses. Okay, I'm not going to pick that up. That is the feeling stuck because of their financial constraints, their issues with finances. Some of them have suffered losses when it comes to receiving finances. Some of them they just want to get away. Like, I want to get away. I want to escape whatever it is they're living in order to have balance. And some are getting messages but not listening to them. Okay? Like, they're getting messages and they're just dismissing them. I mean divine messages. And to those of you feminines who have been reaching out to masculine and they're not replying, it's because they're going through this and they know that they will hurt you if they speak to you. Because some know. Some know. They know how they are when they get like this. Okay, when they go through these phases. And even if you try to reach out to them and you're speaking, they might try to push you away by being mean, by being rude, or saying something that will hurt you. Some of them do not have control over that. They're not doing it intentionally, is what I want to say. So that's why they're not communicating, because they know. Yeah, there's definitely... What's this about? This is so interesting. You know, it's so interesting. This is so interesting. So some of them are looking at how to make this union work. Okay, is what I'm getting for some. And what I'm getting when it comes to these people, it's like they want to collaborate with you to build a stable home. Okay, so it's got the Two of Cups, and working together to build a home, got safe haven, okay, when it comes to you both. And they're really frustrated that things keep getting delayed in their life. It's so interesting how some of them have hope and some don't. They know they need to take action to make this work. They need to make changes. Yeah, look at that. We got the couple. All right, this doesn't matter what sign this is. So something stable, committed. They know they need to put a lot of work in there and a lot of action. And now it's like they're thinking about it, but they're going through so much in their own life that it's like a fantasy for them, is what I'm getting. They dream about it. They dream about like this lavish lifestyle with you that's stable, committed. Some are saying the only person that makes them happy is you. And it's like some of you have been so like, what's the word for it? You've always been there for the masculine. It's like they've always run to you when it comes to things going on in their life, and you've always helped them, feminine. And you were always there for them, is what I want to say. And they know that for some of them, it's like they can't do that right now, is what I'm getting. They don't want to do that right now. They don't want to, like some of them are saying, you've done enough. Like, I need to handle this on my own. I need to get out of the rut I'm in on my own and get up on my feet. Like, I need to do this on my own, is what they're telling me. And some of you are like, okay, they're pushing me away because, you know, you're assuming things in your head, but really they know that they got to do this on their own. Yeah, they got to release this load. They got to do it on this own. And this came up, I think, in another reading, one of the other readings, and this has to do with them releasing that burden they've been carrying for such a long time. And what they're saying is like, you can't bail me out every time. I gotta do this myself. Because we can't have the lifestyle we want if you keep helping me and I'm still in that, you know, where I don't want to be. I'm still disappointed. I'm going through so much shit. And really, you can't help me this time. I need to help myself. Okay, is what I'm getting. I need to take control of my own life. I can't run to you every time. That's not fair to you. Yeah. Conflict. There's conflict going on around divine masculine. There's a lot of conflict. There's, you know, it's like it's so hard for them to take this conflict that's going on around them. This is the Six of Wands. What I'm seeing is in their environment, and this has to do with friends. This has to do with family. There's a lot going on. And even the inner, like the emotions, there's so much going on when it comes to masculine, like trying to navigate through these energies. It's like some of them are guarded because they keep getting bad news. It's like they looked towards, they're looking towards changing their lifestyle and moving forward with something, like changing up their lifestyle and like trying to make the changes. But it's like every time they do, they're getting some sort of, what I'm getting is bad news. Okay, like bad news. Like they think they're moving forward, but they realize it's not. Okay, so that's why they're guarded. They're just sick and tired of what's going on. There's conflict. Nothing's going right for them. They feel like there's a black cloud over them, hanging over them. Okay, and that's why they can't move. They can't move. They feel restricted. They want to move so bad. They want to move out of all the energies that they're in. But it's like what they're telling me is every time they take us one step forward, they think, oh my God, I'm getting this. It's like something happens. Bad news, or what I'm getting is bad news. Yeah, my ear is itching. Bad news. Disappointing news. For some, it has to do with, you know, finances, home, mostly. Anything that has to do with their stability. Let's see what the healing is for. For some, they're fantasizing about living with you and how that would be. Like moving in together. And they're really mad that like they're not even close. It angers them. There's this need of deep emotional healing for some of you, for your heart to heal. And for some of you who have not, who have put a certain project down, or, you know, away, they're saying that, listen to your intuition because you're going to be inspired in some way. So listen to your intuition, or listen to what someone's going to say something. So clairaudiently, either or in the physical, someone's going to say something to you regarding that project or like a goal that you've been thinking about. Some of you need to detox, and this came up because of the way that's coming. If you're having any type of like kidney pain, urinary tract infections, or anything, bladder infection, or anything like weird when it comes to like, you know, urinating or pain or anything like that, it's because you need to detox. You need to purify. So with that, blueberries are really good. Eat blueberries, make sure they're organic, not with pesticides. And the other thing is lemon water. Okay, sprinkle, you know, lemon into your water, and that's a good detox too. Internal. The other way is sea salt baths. Okay, to cleanse, to clear. Energies you're picking up on. Some of you are empaths and are picking up on other people's energies. Some of you are, with these physical symptoms, are picking up on masculine's energies. Okay? So if you feel your heart, you know, is beating weird, or, you know, you have palpitations, is what I mean. Any pain. Not pain, but you guys know what I mean. Just feels weird. It's because you're feeling masculine's heart and the pain that they're going through. Yeah, so going back to what I was saying about communicating your truth, healthy communication in relationships, heart-to-heart discussions, and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. So this has to do with the throat chakras being blocked, like I said earlier, feminine, for you to express your truth so people can clearly, like the masculine could clearly understand you. And you've also had this issue when it comes to others too. So this is not something new. So if you resonate with this is not something new. You also have trouble communicating clearly with other people. It's like you're always holding yourself back. You're walking on eggshells. You're scared you're gonna, you know, disappoint someone with what you say. If that resonates with you, this is a lesson you need to learn, and you're gonna learn it through the masculine. Okay? You're gonna learn it as soon as you express yourself. And don't be hard on yourself, okay, about how you should or what. Just keep in mind, just speak from the heart. You know, when you speak from the heart, nothing can go wrong. It's when you speak through the ego is when you get, you know, when things go downhill, okay? Some of you, your intuition might be really strong. You might be seeing dreams. Also, the masculine for some is dreaming about you, like the telepathy is really strong. And it has to do with this wave that's coming in. Yeah, some of you are hiding yourself, your true self from people. And there's a thing, I'm not telling you to open up yourself to everybody. I don't think that's necessary. Do whatever you feel is right and how you are comfortable. But when it comes to the masculine, for some, you've been hiding your true self from them. Because you're scared about how they're going to feel, what they're going to think. Are they going to judge you for being yourself? Okay, it's time to be you. This is all about the truths that I'm getting this week. I mean, in this video, it's all about speaking your truth, feminine. That's the major thing. Having that, revealing your how you feel to masculine for those who are in connection. Yeah, and it's about you valuing your self-worth, okay? Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. You're a fractal of Source, God. So this is about you valuing yourself. And stop lying to yourself that you're not enough for masculine, that they're better than you, or that you don't deserve to be in the relationship you want to be in. This is about you speaking your truth, and that's how you value yourself. And that's how you give yourself power. That's how you raise your vibration. Look at the light. Look at the light beams. That's vibration. Okay? When you value your self-worth, you shift to a higher vibration. Not when you're insecure and you're thinking, oh no, if I say this, then the masculine is going to feel this. Oh no, I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not, or handsome enough. My body is not there. Like, you know, that kind of insecurity. Yep. There's this, okay, this is very interesting that this came up. So self-confidence through God confidence, just as I was talking about insecurities. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. Definitely. Okay? So sometimes, and this goes pretty darn, like really well with this week's reading. As I was saying, the emotional outburst that masculine is going to have, which I'm calling ego outburst because it doesn't look pretty to me. Or it doesn't look like, you know, rainbows and butterflies. So it's the ego. This is your chance to speak your truth. Okay, the confidence to speak your truth. Because sometimes what happens is, and I've gone through this myself, it's like, because I know I get messages too. It's like you are being used by the divine to give certain messages. I mean, to your masculine. And I'm saying this for you all. I mean, it's because your intention is to be, you know, with the masculine and for, you know, the masculines to shift. And I know a lot of you are just like, I want my masculine to wake up fully. I want them to, you know, I want us to be together in partnership and, you know, co-create and all this beauty. And what they're telling me is that you're being used, when I say used, I don't mean in a negative context. That's not what they're saying. You're co-creating with Source, with the divine. When you are, even when you're triggering masculine, that's what I want to say. Even when you trigger masculine, or they are triggering you, it's because of co-creating the life that you want. It's to get all the gunk out of the way and for you to raise your vibration. Okay, for both of you to do so, for both of you to shift, to evolve. So with this week's posting, with this video, that's what they're telling me, is that the storm is here. They're going to have an emotional outburst, an ego outburst, and you are at the same time going to be triggered. But in this sense, do not mirror masculine by using your ego. Okay? If you don't know what ego is, look it up. Ego is mostly like fear, lack, loss, like feeling loss, doing things in fear, trying to one up the other person, like who's, you know, boss or whatever. You all know what I mean. And if you don't, please look it up. So do not respond mirroring masculine with your ego. Respond in your truth. Your truth is where your heart is, what your soul is. Okay, that's your truth. And for some of you, the truth is that masculine never owned up to how they hurt you, never owned up by apologizing to you. And that's fine for you. You don't, okay, I don't want you to focus on that so much and make you, you know, angry still or disappointed or sad because they didn't apologize to you. This is divine wanting to work with you, okay, is what they're telling me, to make the masculine realize that they screwed up, how they hurt you, and that they're living their karma now. So you can say however you want. This is what they're telling me. This is what's playing out. Because masculine, oh, and I want to bring this up also. When you don't forgive someone, when you don't apologize to someone, you will, this is not to scare anybody, you guys. That means karma's not balanced out when you don't apologize to someone. So that's what they're living now. Okay, they're living the karma because they didn't apologize to you. Truly. They are. So that's the reality. And by you working with the divine, speaking your truth, because when you speak your truth, you guys, you're going to step into your power. Feminine. That's what we're here to do. Okay? You're going to be in your power. You're going to step into that power that you have as creator, manifester. Okay? So do it. That's what they're saying. Okay, this is not me, this is them. Okay, do it. All right, this message is coming out really strong. Okay, you guys, I hope you that helped you in some way. And if any of you want to get a personal reading with me, the information is in the description box. I have to keep bringing that up because some people don't know exactly how YouTube works. So it's right under the title of the video. You can email me. I thank you so much for everything. Thank you for watching. And I love you guys. And I will talk to you all next time. Much love. Bye.